Hey everybody, the Cubs take 2 of 3 from the Dodgers. Let's go with a series recap, some of the standings, and the upcoming games against the Padres. Brad Savage, Cubs Ivy, like, subscribe, comment, go Cubs. All right, so once again, the Cubs win another series, this time against the Los Angeles Dodgers, the defending World Series champions. Man, it feels good. There were some fun games in this 3-game series. Let's go over a few of them. But before I do, I just want to request that if you enjoy the video, subscribe, hit the subscribe button if you can, and make a comment or two. Love to hear what other fans are thinking about and saying about especially this Dodgers series. So Cubs took 2 of 3. First game was Friday. Uh, Cubs were pretty much shut down by Yamamoto and the Dodgers bullpen. I think we only got 2 hits that game, and we lost 3-0. And man, Tyler Boyd pitched well. Six innings, 4 hits. He did give up the 3-run home run though. That gave us the 3-0 score. And man, that punk Tommy Edman. Hate that guy at this point. He is a lefty killer. That's what they say. But I feel like he's starting to be a Cubs killer too. Big hits and big moments. But after Friday, Cubs were down 1-0 in the series, or 0-1 in the series, and then we went into Saturday. Saturday was going to be interesting. Ben Brown against Sasaki, and Sasaki's that super young flamethrower that should be a dominant force as he continues to grow in the MLB. Ben Brown's been just okay. And same thing, though. He's got some potential. He throws not as hard as Sasaki, but he throws hard. He's got that devastating curveball. And so it's going to be a good matchup either way. Man, Brown threw 6 innings, 5 hits, and 5 strikeouts. And Cubs didn't get to Sasaki as much as I'd hoped, but I believe they scored 2 runs. Um, yeah, 2 runs in the first 6 innings. And then once the 7th inning hit, man, Cubs, the floodgates opened. We got to their relief pitching, and uh, the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, the Cubs scored 14 runs. This was like a fantastic game to watch because it was like watching the last 3 innings, watching somebody play MLB The Show against somebody who's never played before. Um, Happ had 3 hits, Busch had 4 hits and 3 RBIs. Kelly had 3 hits, a home run, and um, both catchers I think combined had 5 hits and each had a home run. Workman had his first. Congratulations, Workman had his first hit off of Rojas. So that field position player Rojas came in. It was kind of funny. He was mimicking some of the windups from the Dodgers pitchers and was throwing, topping out at 45 miles an hour or something. Gage Workman hit a slow pitch arcing softball to right field for his first major league hit. But yeah, the Cubs mashed, man, 16-0. What a fantastic, fun score to be a part of, and get the shutout included. And 16 runs is fun to watch, especially against the defending World Series champions of the LA Dodgers. So the Cubs were up, were tied the series 1-1 going into Sunday. And Sunday was supposed to be, um, you know, not necessarily a pitcher's duel, but we knew the Cubs at least knew we're gonna start Ray, and hoping to get a few innings out of him. He did well, man. Um, I think the he gave up the 2 runs, I believe, that the Dodgers scored. But 2 things: this was a PCA game, and this was a um, bullpen game. And PCA finally woke up a little bit this game, and is in front of a home crowd. I know a lot of family and friends were there. His parents were there. They kept panning to them on the right behind the backstop. PCA had 2 solo home runs and a triple this game. And yesterday, this This recording's on Monday, obviously. So Sunday, that triple was the lead off an inning, and unfortunately, man, we couldn't get him. We couldn't get him home. Like a strikeout, a pop out, another out by the third out was by Happ. But um, but the bullpen held it together, dude. This is the. I want to pull up the box score of the bullpen. I was just looking at this, and so Sunday's bullpen. So Ray pitched 3.2 innings. He gave up one run. My mistake. It was Thielbar gave up the other one. So here's the box score pitchings. We had seven pitchers completed this game. Ray pitched 3.2 innings. Keller 1.1. Thielbar 0.1. So he got one out. Roberts 0.2. Roberts looked good. Merriweather pitched an inning. Hodge came in and struck out 2 out of the 3. Only faced 3 batters. And Presley came in, struck out 1, and faced 3 batters to close out the game. So watching this game for the first time, especially against a Dodgers type lineup, made me. I'm not saying I'm turning my complete opinion, but watching the bullpen this game, I would say we looked closer to dominant than stressful to watch. Hodge looked clean, powerful, dominant. Presley he was in the zone with his pitches more so than before. That curveball was fantastic, able to utilize throwing a strike early, able to utilize the other pitches to get them to stay off balanced. He got a K, no walks. That might be the first time he hasn't had a walk in one of his outings. Might be the first time he hasn't given a hit in one of his outings too. But yeah, it was very nice to see PCA wake up a little bit, his bat, and kind of come through for the Cubs. 2 of the 4 runs were off of his swings. And then the bullpen, like I said, 7 pitchers contributed to this win, and those are fun wins to see. Those make you a little more confident later on down the road, because this was the spot, one of the spot starts that I was talking about in the last videos with Steele out, is that somebody's going to have to come into that 5th rotation. In this case, it was Ray. Give us 3 or 4 innings, quality innings, and then the bullpen's going to have to come through with the rest. If the offense scores those like yesterday, it was 4 runs. Offense put you in a chance to win. It's got to be a battery. It's got to be a combined effort out of the bullpen to shut things down. So kudos to the Cubs yesterday. Kudos to the bullpen. I hope that changes some of the momentum that we've had. So that in future games, maybe we win a close one versus lose a close one because of our bullpen. Especially maybe next series, and we're going to need them against the Padres. But so hats off. And if you have any opinions of the bullpen, go ahead and comment them now. I'd love to kind of have that talking point either for the next recording, or I'm happy to chat back in the comments. But with Justin Steele out and Ray potentially moving to that 5th spot to where he's, I don't know how he'll be stretched out for too long, but that spot start giving us 3.2 innings, only giving up 1 run. I think Craig Counsell did a great job of identifying who was coming up for the Dodgers, who he had in the pen, and playing the strategy as best he could to put him in a chance to each reliever a chance to succeed before he got to the Porter Hodge and the Ryan Presley innings. I think Craig Counsell did a great job, and ended up working for the Cubs. Some of the Dodgers hitters a little off, but it also, that's also a tip of the hat to the pitchers, because we're throwing fastballs down the middle or forced to throw straight pitches in the zone because we have lack of control. They're going to mash, but if we're able to keep them off balance, then they're struggling a little bit. That's a recipe for success on our end for the Cubs then, and we took advantage. So Cubs lost the first one 3-0, won 16-0 on Saturday, and 4-2 on Sunday. Fantastic. Let's go win a series against the Padres. Before we get to that series, I want to do a little. go ahead and recover while we're recording. There we go. Still can hear. Awesome. Everything seems to be working. So, back to the King Tuck check-in. Here's Tuck right here. And the Tuck check-in, the Tuck stats for this last series. Kyle Tucker, King Tuck, was 4 for 12. So again, just like last series, hit 3-3-3 with 2 RBIs, 1 walk, and 3 runs scored. Those RBI totals aren't skyrocketing and jumping, but man, he's on base. He has 4 hits and 1 walk, so he's on base 5 times out of 13 at bats, and the average is still staying up. Still a guy that putting up all-star numbers. Still a guy, Gnome Tuck, King Tuck, that the Cubs will love to rely on for the rest of the season. So keep checking in on Tuck. These are solid. Those are solid numbers for anybody in the series, and I'm looking forward to reporting maybe an even bigger one. Even 1 less hit with 5 more RBIs because of a big swing or 2 would be fantastic to report. But good job, Tuck. Keep it up. You're keeping the rest of our lineup seeing quality pitches and scared to get around to you. A couple injury updates. We all know about Justin Steele, done for the season, man. What a bummer. The Cubs are going to start seeing a lot of news probably the next few days, weeks, assuming they don't make any moves in the next few weeks, about Alcantara, I believe, from Miami, and maybe some, I'm sure some other starting pitcher names will come up there, but I'm sure we'll see some news in the next few days to start churning up who Justin Steele's replacement is going to be. So, because we're realistically going to need a starter. What we have in place and the depth we have in place is great for temporary relief, but Steele's too big of an arm to replace with multiple people and the non all-star backups. I don't know how else you say that, but so hopefully the Cubs come up with a solution. It'd be nice to pick up someone like that arm from Miami. I know Dylan Cease was at the beginning of the year was part of the trade rumors, but next few days will probably tell a lot. Next few weeks will probably tell a lot, knowing that Steele's out, and it's not no longer a 15 to 30-day temporary solution. Now it's a permanent solution for the season. We got to figure out. So either one of these other guys have to step up to his level, or we got to make a move and find somebody else, because this is not a season to waste with Tucker. It pretty much boils down to Tucker. If we're going to have him for 1 year, it's not a season to waste. We need to have a Steele caliber arm and maybe even more in that rotation. It'll be interesting to see what they figure out. But Carson Kelly also got beamed right in the hand, and X-rays are showing negative, but he's going to be day to day because it's his receiving hand. So see if he can catch that 90+ mile an hour fastball and last the whole game. He wasn't playing every game, but I'd say he's probably earned some at minimum swing times because of his superstar caliber offensive numbers he's even putting up. But I'd assume Maya's going to get the next couple starts in San Diego, and then we'll kind of see where Carson Kelly is in the next day or two. Thankfully, we have Amaya, and he's playing at a high level as well. So Kelly can give him a couple days rest and kind of feel out that hand. And then Suzuki, man, he was out yesterday, and he's day-to-day as well. He had that sliding wrist injury, I guess, earlier in the season, and he kind of re-aggravated it on Saturday. And he's just listed as day-to-day, so hopefully that's not out too much. I think we can get to a game or two without him, but another bat we can't afford to have out of the lineup for a very long period of time. So rest up. Hopefully those guys get healthy. We got the next 3 games against the Padres, and Jameson Taillon and Cease are supposed to pitch tonight. Then we have Imanaga and Boyd the next 2 days. So we got our top 3, currently top 3 out throwing, and get the best chance we can to get a win. If the Cubs can pull out another two of three, I mean, sweep's always nice, but shooting for that series win, that would be more than any of us Cubs fan could even ask for. I think we'd all agree with that going into this killer away 6 game, um, away series. The Dodgers and then the Padres, two of the best teams record wise, even non-record wise in baseball right now. So as far as the division goes, the Cubs are 11-7. They lead the division. The next two teams up are Cincinnati and Milwaukee, both 8-8, 2 games behind the Cubs. St. Louis is 7-8, and Pittsburgh is 5-11. So Cubs definitely in control of the division right this second. Let's go win a couple games from the Padres and bring it back home to Wrigley. But if you can, click the like, click the share, click the comment, and I'd love to have some subscribers just to see how the views are going and if the content's good enough, and love to keep on rolling. Brad Savage, Cubs Ivy, go Cubs go, fly that W.